Ladies and gentlemen, today I have something a little bit, not a little bit, a lot different than what we normally do. Behind me, I have a relatively old vehicle. And if you guys have been following for a while, you know that we like to do newer vehicles and give people the newest stuff possible. And that's what we do every single giveaway. We give away a brand new vehicle now. We're doing 2021s every giveaway. 2022 is upon us. And pretty soon we're gonna be giving away 2022s every single giveaway. But behind me is a 2006 Hummer H2. So why the heck do I have a 2006 Hummer H2? Well, it's not just any normal Hummer. So yeah, it looks like, doesn't really look like a normal Hummer either, but it has a Duramax in it. So it's a Duramax swapped Hummer H2. And they are not very common. So when I came across it, I had to hop on it. I picked it up from some guy in North Carolina who had it professionally done by Mash Motors. They did the LBZ Duramax swap. So yes, it is an LBZ Duramax engine, and this thing runs absolutely amazing. So there's a crap ton of stuff done to this thing, down to nuts and bolts. Obviously, it is a converted motor swap vehicle. There's going to be a lot of work. Things that aren't supposed to work now work. So it is very intricate. There is a lot of stuff done to it. I might miss some things in this video that will be in the build specs, hopefully. I might even miss some stuff in there, but we will try to get the absolute most of it, okay? So let's start off. Well, first and foremost, bought this thing and it was pretty scratched up. So we had it buffed. We dropped it off at Capola Customs, the same guy that does all of the wraps on all of our wrapped trucks. He just polished it up quick, made it look nice, and it came out great. Looks much better than it did. It's actually pretty damn clean, like there's no scratches at all. But it is black, so I mean there are some, but you don't see them. Anyways, so polished up the paint. Anything that was chrome, there wasn't too much chrome, but there were a few pieces. So for example, the mirror caps right here, this section right here was chrome. The handles were chrome. There wasn't really too much, to be quite honest. And then this back piece was chrome right here, but that's pretty much it. And that was all wrapped in black. So we didn't want to really take that stuff off and paint it. Yeah, because chrome is just it's a bitch to paint. So if you're gonna paint chrome, remember, I have said this in most of our past build specs videos. Basically, if you paint chrome, you gotta sandblast it or just scuff it a lot and take that chrome completely down. It's a pain in the ass. So wrap the chrome. These were red for some reason, tinted those. And then the wheels. So it had rock stars. We are not a big fan of rock stars. So went ahead and got the same exact size that it had on. It had 20 by 12s. So we did 20 by 12 JTX forged. Bought these in polish and then powder coated them in gloss black. And then we went with a 35-inch Terra Hunter tire. And it looks pretty damn good. And they're very meaty. You should be able to do whatever the heck you want with this thing, really. I mean, it's a Duramax Hummer. Look at the thing. So if you want to go into the desert, you want to go into, you want to go rock climbing, you want to rock crawling. You want to go rock crawling, you want to go in the desert, you want to go 150 miles an hour. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but it will do 150 miles an hour and it will do it pretty damn quick. So yeah, this thing will do pretty much anything that you throw at it. It rides amazing. I mean, I'm talking about the Hummer. Owen's nodding his head in the back of the camera like, yes. Now, this thing is a 2006. They don't make vehicles like they used to anymore. The leather in this thing is the old style leather, and it is one of the most comfortable interiors to sit in. It's honestly one of the most comfortable vehicles I've ever sat in, and that's like completely no bias whatsoever. This thing is crazy comfortable, and I mean, I would drive it across country. The previous owner literally drove it across country. I think once or twice, but either way, the point here is it's got a Duramax in it that is very reliable, and then the vehicle itself is just absolutely it's a tank, a comfortable tank. Sitting in this thing, in the driver's seat and in the passenger seat, I mean, it's absolutely massive, absolutely massive. How you doing back there?
I'm about to send out the email.
John's just working. Don't mind him. So yeah, we didn't really do too much to it, but just made it look a little bit better. So the black wheels, new tires, the tires were spanked on it. We did a burnout on them before we threw the new ones on. And let me tell you, this thing does do burnouts and it does them very well. And it's so it's not just an LBZ Duramax, it is tuned and straight pipes, so it does roll coal. This was all pre-emission stuff, so we don't do any more straight pipes and deletes on our trucks. If you want to do that yourself, then go for it. We'll give you $50,000 with every single truck that you get. So I mean, that is completely up to you. This thing we bought specifically because it is very, very, very cool. So for one of you, guess what? Black Friday week, the 25th to the 30th. I haven't even said this yet in this video, but the 25th to the 30th, if you get entered into LGD 22, which is our 2021 King Ranch Power Stroke, that one person is going to win along with $50,000 in cash. You also have the chance to win this. So one person is going to win the Ford and 50 grand, or they could take $120,000 cash, and then one other person is going to win this. So 5 days of total entries, and then one person drawn from that 5 days of entries is going to win a Duramax Hummer. So no strings attached. One person's gonna win this. One person's gonna win the Ford and 50 grand. This thing is absolutely sick. And I mean, if I were given this thing for free, I would just, I mean, not everybody. It's not everybody's first thing on their wish list for Christmas, right? But it's definitely something that I wouldn't turn down. And I'm sure you wouldn't either. Oh yeah, so it's got a LBZ Duramax gauge cluster too. That's one of the coolest things about it. And it works like 100%. Oh, also shift knob or your DSP-5 switch, so you control your tuning from here. You got level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know the levels. Again, that'll be in the build specs, or we'll just give that information to the new owner because you don't really need to know that unless you win it. But it does make some power. Hood. It's so crazy how the freaking hoods go up on these things. So yeah, there's a Duramax in here. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, it's a cool vehicle, okay? That's all I can really say. There's not much you can see here, but as you can tell, this isn't factory. So there was some fabrication needed for this thing, and they got it done, and that's what they do. So again, not gonna go too deep into it. Just check out the build specs and you will see everything that's done to it. Oh yeah, don't forget, it's got a light bar too.
Pop that thing on.
Very bright. I don't know where the light bar is from, but I wasn't gonna take that thing off and have holes in the roof, so let's see. Is it on?
Yep.
Yeah, not sure where that's from, but hey, LEDs are LEDs. In some cases, that's the case, but not always, all right? With light bars, they usually last a long time, even if they're like a $50 light bar. Sometimes $50 light bars go for like 5 years. It's crazy. But yeah, so light bar is pretty cool. It's got a roof rack, bullet antenna, which are on the site if you want one. Good reception. And they get you entered to win this and the Ford. They didn't hear it yet. Should probably turn it on.
Start that thing. Oh yeah, a little bit.
That's what we like to see. All right, go get entered. Okay, it's a cool truck. So yeah, the display, it's an Android display. It's not the most amazing display you'll ever have in your life. It's got navigation, it's got Bluetooth. This thing has a sub. But either way, this is 10 times better than the factory analog radio with the CD player and all that stuff. So it is it's decent. It's the best you're gonna get for a 2006. It's no it's no 2019 plus RAM big dash, but I mean, at least it looks cool. It does its job. That's about it. You got the Hummer on there. Listen, man, how much more can you ask for from a 2006 Hummer? Okay,
the fun.
Thing's badass. Drive it on the weekends. Take it out to Moab. Take your family out to the dunes. I mean, go over to Mount Everest and climb Mount Everest. I don't know. You could do a lot of things with this thing, okay? Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into the build specs of it because I don't want to say anything that's incorrect. I have everything on a sheet from the previous owner, and I will put all of that stuff into the build specs, which you can see on the website. We'll link it down below. And you are watching this by the time that, I mean, I hope that you're watching this during the promotion, but if you're not watching it during the promotion, I'm sorry you missed it. But if you're watching it between the 25th and the 30th of November 2021, then you still have a chance to win this thing. So click that link below this video right now and get yourself entered, because once one person is gonna walk away with a Duramax Hummer. And maybe you'll walk away with a 2021 Ford, 50 grand. But, I mean, either way, both prizes are sick. So click that link and get yourself entered before the 30th.